Okay, Barney, let's just say you're going to do this for sure. After all, you've been mulling this over for weeks and weeks, and now you've finally made up your mind. You're definitely going to get Hal back as your pet zombie. The only thing that you might not be sure about is where to house your little dead chum. After all, he's got to stay somewhere. But where's the appropriate place to house your little dead dude?
Maybe a closet.
You think maybe you'll put him in a closet. Really, Barney, what do you think you'll be taking care of? A three-piece suit? I suppose you plan to take him to the laundromat to bathe him as well.
Well, where should I put him then?
Yes, I can see that you're clueless. I'm also beginning to think that's your brain's default setting. Anyhow, Barney, this is a common question that gets asked when getting your first pet zombie. Now, you could just buy a kennel for your decaying friend, but you could also put your dead pal in a small shed or even a room located right next door to you. It's always comforting to know your deadly buddy is lurking just around the corner. Since you have a son, he'll love this too. I would also highly recommend for you to use a heavy-duty padlock on the door, especially if you do plan on keeping your dead little guy in the house. In any case, Barney, it's best to make sure wherever you do house your little gruesome pal that you secure it.
Now, I'm going to just use the honor system.
You plan on using the honor system? You're sure about that? I mean, really, an honor system for your backstabbing dead buddy Hal? Barney, he slept with your wife, and now you think it's a good idea to trust Hal as a zombie.
But he's my best friend.
Your best friend? Yeah, right. Your good buddy Hal, who fucks your wife behind your back. He's such a real trustworthy guy.
You just don't understand Hal.
No, Barney, I understand Hal perfectly. It's you I don't get. But okay then. I mean, it's not something I would stupidly go with or advise. But it's your funeral.
I'm not planning a funeral.
Yes, Barney, I do realize you're not actually planning a funeral. But trust me, your relatives will be soon. Try using a heavy-duty padlock. While I realize you're trying to single-handedly become the stupidest person alive at the moment by thinking that your honor system is a great idea and to just leave the door ajar, your untrustworthy dead buddy Hal is only thinking about how your big dumbass will taste. So for God's sakes, Barney, play it safe. Also, just for kicks, I would highly recommend decorating the door by spray painting in ominous words, "Caution, dead inside." I'm sure your son will sleep like a baby. Remember, the last thing you want is for your little dead bugger to get out on its own. After all, Barney, you don't want to wake up and discover that not only has Hal failed to respect your idiotic honor system, he also has made a happy meal of your leg, or even worse, your wife. So Barney, make sure your dead guy is locked up tight for the night. Then Hal can't wander off, putting you and your family at risk. Also, Barney, if you really do opt to keep your new dead chum in your home, be aware that zombies are notoriously rambunctious little guys that love to moan, claw, and scratch at the door. So if you want to sleep peacefully at night and don't want to become an insomniac, you'll want to remedy this problem.
You mean, like NyQuil?
No, Barney, the remedy is not NyQuil or some other over-the-counter drug.
You mean, a magical potion, then?
No, it's not some magical potion either. That would be absurd.
Why is that absurd?
Well, because, Barney, magical potions only exist in silly fairy tales, which some people like to read in an effort to escape the real world. I, on the other hand, love to embrace the cold hard facts of life and to bask in the true magic of science.
But why can't I just use a magical potion?
You know, now that I think about it, I'm going to give your idea of you using an honor system a big thumbs up. No, really, go for it. Try to refrain from throwing out absurd ideas. They are either completely irrelevant or add no kind of useful information. They also offer nothing beneficial to the conversation of the very serious subject of pet zombie care. Barney, while your attempt to join in is admirable, your lack of any kind of common sense only slows down the process for me to provide you with any useful information on the subject.
Was this tip meant for me?
Who the hell else would this tip be for?
Perhaps Zombie Hal.
No, it wasn't meant for Zombie Hal. Let's just say it's for the brain-dead guy you see every morning in the mirror. Yeah, Barney, of course you. Okay, forgetting about the idiot in the room, Barney, let's continue. So how can we remedy this problem with your dead little bundle of joy? You know, your pet zombie Hal, the dead guy. How, Barney, can we keep him quiet during the night? What, no ideas? I'm so not shocked. Maybe you should look into your cauldron and see if there's any ideas brewing there.
Well, I didn't bring it.
What? You didn't bring it? Oh, Barney, too bad. How will we manage without it? Don't worry, there's no need to go get it. The good news is there are some simple ways to keep your dead little dude Hal amused for the night, making it easy so you can get a decent night's rest. The key, Barney, is to provide your dead little guy with items to keep him comfy, cozy, and entertained during the night. So, for instance, you might want to provide a bed, chair, and a table. You could also hang on the wall or display on the table some family photos, or anything that reminds him of the tasty living. Try to make your dead dude's personal space comfy and cozy. Include some little touches like a nightlight, so Hal doesn't get scared, lonely, or bored. Use items such as a music box, a radio, or TV to keep him entertained. Remember, Barney, anything that reminds your dead guy of human flesh is very important. So a picture of your little son Nicholas will remind your dead buddy Hal of the waiting ham sandwich playing a video game in the other room.
How did you know my son's name?
Yeah, that's weird. How did I? Just another lucky guess, I suppose. Anyhow, Barney, if you think about it, living people are no different. I mean, if you love motorcycles, and that's all you dream about, you're going to decorate your room to reflect that.
I love magic and hamburgers.
Yes, Barney, I kind of figured that much out. Though I guess it could be worse, like dirty underwear. But hey, if that's what you like, decorate your room with magical hamburgers.
I didn't know there were magical hamburgers.
That's because they don't really exist. It was just a joke. Kind of like what you are, Barney. Just remember, when it comes to your dead guy, you know, your best buddy Hal, you're the hamburger. So I recommend you decorate your dead chum's room with plenty of pictures of yourself. Then Zombie Hal can dream about how good you'll taste one unfortunate day. God, I hope that's soon. Try to avoid wishing for things that are not likely going to happen, such as the demise of some hamburger-loving idiot who continues to chime in with stupid and annoying comments. While it's clear that you're dealing with a total asshat, it will only cause you to lose focus on discussing the very serious subject of pet zombie care.
I don't understand that tip.
What, Barney, you don't understand? Well, that's no surprise. What this tip means, Barney, is that over the many millions of candidates, you've been selected as the winner of the Asshat Award. Yeah, really, you beat out everyone, hands down.
Wow, this must be my lucky day.
Yeah, I know, Barney. It really is your lucky day.
How do I get my award?
How do you get your award? Well, first you have to write out a check for $1,000 to me.
Why is that?
Well, it's just the usual entrance and processing fee. Once you've done that, I turn it over to the prestigious Asset Association, which they in turn process your entrance fee and stuff and eventually send you the award.
How long will that take?
It should arrive in roughly 20 to 40 months, given a week or so.
Well, that's quite a long time, isn't it?
Yeah, Barney, it's a bit of a wait, but it's so worth it. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. It also gives you a chance to make good use of your official one pen.
Well, all right, let's go ahead and do this. I really like to get my award.
No, Barney, that should be a 2, not a 1.
I thought you said it was 1,000.
No, Barney, I said 3. Please pay attention.
3,000?
Yes, Barney. Are you hard of hearing? Okay, Barney, now that the entrance and processing fee is all squared away, let's get going again. So the main thing to keep your little dead dude quiet at night is to use items that will amuse your little dead darling for hours. In the past, I've used a TV, with the channel set to the news. Zombies really enjoy watching news anchors chatting away. I imagine dreaming of the day when they can get a taste of one of those stupid droning slobs. Trust me, it works like a charm.
You mean like a magical charm?
No, Barney, not a magical charm. Well, I guess you could say that charms technically might be considered magical, but is that a hamburger I see over there? I guess it's not, Barney. Too bad. As I was saying, there are all kinds of tricks to keep your zombie guy entertained, like the old crybaby trick. It's a simple and effective way to amuse your little bag of pus. You know, the dead guy Hal. Try using a baby doll, preferably one that makes crying sounds. It's like a little plump, delicious bundle of joy. Also, Barney, if you can, display it in a crib. Oh, look, it's baby Heather, and she's dying for some attention. Go ahead, Hal, pick her up and dig in. Your little dead dude will try to eat her for hours, just like he used to do with your wife when he was alive. Sorry, I know how that sounds, but really, that's what zombies do. Also, Barney, I think it's probably best that Hal doesn't eat your wife anymore. You know, now that he's a zombie and all. Oh, sorry, Barney, I forget. You're still a little sensitive on that subject, which I might add isn't a very serious one. But hey, whatever make-believe magical spell you thought Hal was under has probably worn off by now.
Do you really think so?
Yeah, Barney, I'm quite sure. And the really good news is, he's only lusting for your wife's tasty intestines now, and not her vagina. Anyway, Barney, let's just forget about your wife's infidelities with your best friend and finish up with this topic. Now, if you decide instead to put your little dead guy, Hal, in a shed or kennel, do the same there too. You want to make your dead buddy feel at home. I mean, would you enjoy having to be locked up in some cold, dreary cage left there to rot?
Well, my cousin's in jail and he seems all right.
Okay, Barney, just because your cousin Terry is doing fine doesn't mean your dead pal will feel the same. So treat that pile of waste with some respect, even if he doesn't really deserve it.
You mean my cousin?
No, Barney, I'm not talking about your cousin Terry, but your buddy Hal, the dead dude who formerly fucked your wife over and over again. You know, that wonderful best friend of yours. Give Hal some creature comforts and make his life, afterlife, a bit more comfortable.